It's incredible to think that Audi Field opened up 1 year ago on July 14th, 2018, and in this episode of DCU TV, we're going to look back at that past year, at all the highs and lows of DC United's new home, Audi Field. My first impression walking into the new stadium was just pure awe that a soccer-specific stadium had been built in DC for DC United. I was really impressed with how steep the stands were, which really created a feeling of being on top of the game and creating a place where no matter where you were in Audi Field, there really was not a bad viewpoint. Seeing the sun setting on the west side of the stadium added to that atmosphere that was just beautiful, in addition to, of course, the great support that DC United had and has had so far at Audi Field. And so far at Audi Field, there have been a lot of memorable moments, but I think the one that stands out the most to any DC United fan is that late win against Orlando City. That saving tackle from Wayne Rooney, the long ball played across to find Lucho Acosta at the back post to head it in the final seconds of the game. The crowd went wild, Lucho jumped into the supporters' end, and that's just a moment where photos of that video will just live on in DC United and Audi Field history for a long time. And then on top of that, DC United hosting their first playoff game at Audi Field last season after a terrific late season run to get into that fourth place playoff spot was incredible. The stadium was packed that night, and I think anyone that was there can attest that the atmosphere that night was one of the best that they've seen at Audi Field so far. And despite the result, I'm sure DC fans like myself can hope to see many more of those, except with the opposite result in the future. And on top of all of those incredible moments we've seen at Audi Field, DC United has had an incredible home record with 17 wins, 4 losses, and 7 ties. And amongst those wins are DC United's 2 best results at Audi Field, both 5-0 thrashings, one last season in September against Montreal, and one this season in March against Real Salt Lake, the latter including a Wayne Rooney hat-trick. Going forward, we should really expect to see Audi Field continue to be a fortress for DC United, where opposing teams fear coming to play in front of our fans and against our team, as DC United looks to regain some of their past glory. Thanks for watching this episode of DCU TV. If you've been to Audi Field, comment down below, let me know what you think about it, what more do you want to see in the stadium in the future, and as always, if you want more videos like this, be sure to subscribe.